Welcome back to the Olga S Show. I'm your host, Olga. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, got to change it up a little bit over here, right? Right? Ooh, yeah, what a day. What a day. We are in men's mental health month. So I'm going to be going into some more men stuff and just like highlighting some ridiculous advice that I don't know how these channels have millions following. And I want to know, who are these millions following? And are they really listening, or they're just laughing their ass off? It's just pure entertainment. I'm confused. I'm going to share a couple clips from a couple channels that I've already I've commented on a few of their videos before, like just Pearly Things, whatever. The other guy, Fresh and Fit, another one, some modern day life dating or something like that. Anyway, we're gonna have some good time sharing some of those clips. But before we get started, if you're new to my channel, awesome to have you. If you've been here before, welcome back, my love. And for those who don't know, in case you're wondering, yeah, I'm going to be talking about, what else am I talking about? Well, let's see how I can fit in here. And then, of course, I have a surprise reaction. I was going to put a vote up and I didn't. And then I'm like, oh, do I flip a coin? But then I'm down to 3. So if you guys are watching this live, pitch in, let me know. As we go into it, I'll later on tell you what I have in store, what I have on the list next to go. And yeah, Rosanne Barr was trending. Love her. Share a little clip of her. And yeah, we'll see. Because I really did bite off a lot. Like I had so we'll see. And I'm live right now on Rumble, on Twitter. Please do share. Besides smashing that like button, do share. Sharing is caring. And yeah, comment away, whether it's in the live chat and the replay. Tip your message. That's the best way for me to not miss it and read it and share it. And it supports the channel, supports my work, supports me. Even if it's just like, hey, Olga, thanks. Because, you think this is easy. It's not easy. Here we go. Let me see. How about this dude? I felt like a little, with the summer feels and like a little old school Cuba Libre. Anyway, do you guys know the story about Cuba Libre? Like in Spain, a rum and coke is called Cuba Libre. I mean, in Cuba, but most of the Hispanic countries actually use that when they order the drink. They'll be like, yeah. Well, they'll actually, in Spain specifically, they'll be like, un cubata. Un cubata is like a Cuba Libre, a rum and coke. But there's a whole story behind that, how it came about. Obviously had to do with the revolution and the Castro. This is not about praising him. It was obviously Cuba wanted to be free. They didn't get exactly what they wanted. But without further ado, I'm going to start my intro so we get the party started. We get it started right now. Hi, I'm Olga S. Pérez, coming at you live, unleashing the power of perspective, one reaction at a time. I've been a life strategist for over 20 years, and I'm here to share my insights on trending topics, current news, and music videos that we all want to talk about with love and humor. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, hope you all are having a wonderful day. And if you have a little, so-so day, or maybe not that great of a day, I hope, but this makes it a little bit better at the very least. Because, I'm coming at you with love and humor. Okay, so who do we got? I want to say hi. Anthony G. Welcome. I'm ready, Olga. Bring it on fire. Yo, I wonder if you're still here. Because that message, it looks like it was posted at 10:30. I love it when you guys come early. I do look, by the way. Usually, I do look. Not always. Hey, Buzzacino. Great to see you. Robert Perkins. Oh, why, thank you, Robert. Gorgeous lady. So you liking the look? Hey. Oh, wait. I get easily disheveled, okay? Besides having my verklempt moments, okay? I'm verklempt. So, oh shoot. Oh my God, little unstable here today. Not me, just things. Yeah. So, hey, Dallas County Scratchers. Olga Perez. Tanya Gray. What's up? Hola. Great to see you. Okay. I'm going to start with something. I think it's funny. I didn't look at it, so it's going to be my first time reaction. But I don't know. I had a feeling. I was like, oh, this is probably going to be good. So let's start with our man over here. Our man that I feel like has a good soul, besides the fact that I like him as a comedian. And this Jim Breuer. Hope I said that right. You see that? Yeah, baby. Let's see what he's got in store. It's a couple minutes. I figured, how can we start the day wrong with Jim? Okay. All right. Let's go, baby. Let's see. Home economics. Okay, what's this about?
And that's why you got to start having fun. And why should you eat? Because that's another thing. We got to change school. We got to change all education. They don't teach. No. Well, first of all, it teaches how to eat.
Right.
I had kidney stone this year.
Ooh.
And if someone and my friend had a stroke. My friend had a stroke. He's 50 years old. Yes, it sucks. That's a rough visit, bro.
Yeah.
That's a rough visit when you see one of your buddies, and that's when you need humor. And we walked in there. We're like, oh my God, what does he look like? Is Dan all right? And you could see him down the hallway. He was like, oh, you guys, come on in. Right? And his left side was all, hanging. And he's like, does this scare you guys? Because I'm the healthiest out of all you morons. You guys are next. Especially you, Brewers. Your wife know you sneak ice cream in the middle of the night. It's going to catch up to you, man. It's going to catch. Look at me. Doctor told me multiple times, you better stop drinking and stop having sugar. You're giving yourself diabetes. He said, I'm going to have to cut your toes off. I should take them, all right? I don't go swimming anymore. Now, if you sent my friend Dan into any second grade classroom here in Long Island, they would have never had to do, that's it, it's a one-day course. One-day course. Boys and girls. You see kids when they're doing, oh my God, what's going on?
I'm going to pause it for 1 second because I'm wondering. I'm always getting strikes or like copyright claims, like, I can't monetize. And you guys know I'm totally community supported. And by the way, not to do a plug-in, but join me on Locals. Get exclusive content there. It's a wonderful, loving, awesome, funny community. And you support my work by doing it. Check it out. The link is in the description below. But okay, we'll continue now because I feel like it's a little safe now. I don't know. Maybe I took too long because it's been 2 minutes.
I had a blind cat that couldn't meow.
The reason why this is so funny now is because I have a friend. He had a cat named Tony, and literally he's Italian, right? And he's like, he lost his cat, didn't show up for a couple of days, and he let the cat go outside, and he had a little hole where he came in, and calls me up. He's all stressed out, can't sleep for 2 days, and he finally goes to Kinko's and whatnot, has a guy help him put this little flyer up, and he starts putting it around the neighborhood. And I go, send me the flyer, let me see it. And he's like, missing like orange tabby. His name is Tony. He's deaf and blind. How the hell are you going to find a cat? Deaf and blind. No, he said deaf and he only has one eye and he's blind or something like that. I was like, oh man, this is with his delivery. I laughed so hard that we spent that entire evening where I kept bringing it back to him with his accent, and he was laughing so hard we pissed ourselves. But anyway, so this is just reminded me of that. Oh Lord.
And little kids would come in like, oh my God, I don't know what that is. Oh my God. Come pet him. I don't want to pet him, Mr. Brewer. It's okay.
God bless cats.
If Uncle Dan walked in the second grade classroom, just one. All right, boys and girls. This is what happens when you have too much sugar in your life. Now, they don't tell you that. Sugar kills your immune system. Let me repeat that. Sugar kills your immune system. Now let's look at our cereal. Smack, smack, sugar smacks. Fruit Loops has enough sugar to destroy your body in 4 days, but they know how to sell it, don't they? Hey, trust the government nutritionists. Trust the science. Trust the science. They're always honest. I can guarantee you no one would ever have to do homework again. Those kids would come home going, we're going to have some steamed broccoli for...
You got it.
Mom, do you know how to make gluten-free pancakes?
Good job, Jim.
In
good
this
one.
video,
good one. I don't know why this is popping up, but okay. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed that little video. I did. I knew I would, but it was actually, yeah, I had no idea where he was going to go with just the title Home Economics, right? Hello, Z3 Music Official. First live I've caught. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, I wish you would have been here before, but you're here now. Thank God you caught us. That's great. Okay, well, since I already started with a little comedy there. Let me let's share this Roseanne clip. Now, I actually saw her she was on a podcast with Theo Vaughn, I think his name is. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched a lot of it, or parts of it, liked it. Then she started her own another new podcast, and I started following her, and I think I was already following her, but she hadn't posted for a while. Anyway, so I watched that one. I'm really happy with what she's doing. I think she's awesome. I mean, even if she says things that you're like, well, I don't have to agree. I still love her fucking badass attitude. You see what I mean? We don't have to agree with each other. How about just like, yo, you said what you wanted to say. Fearless. All right, here we go. So this was a little clip of that interview that popped up in my feed this morning on Twitter. So I was like, oh, let me share this one. Let's see. You see, guys? See if I can make it a little bit bigger. Not too big, and not too small. Wait, what happened? What happened? Oh, God. That happens, right? It's like you hit... Let me click on Roseanne again with the... Right, here we go.
Platform things was I will outlaw bullshit.
Yeah.
Right, make sure we get it from the beginning. Here we go.
When I ran for president in 2012, one of my platform things was I will outlaw bullshit.
Yeah.
Because, and I know that horrified people because what will they do now?
Right.
They're addicted to it. They'd rather have that than food or a happy family. They're so addicted to their fucking bullshit.
Totally.
But, comics, I think we're the less free speech art form. And as long as we're performing, things ain't as bad as they could be.
That's right. I agree with you.
I think that's true.
As long as we're performing, things aren't as bad as they could be.
Yeah.
And that's always been the case throughout time, like with jesters or with people that was trying to speak up and share. There's always been a ceiling on speech, hasn't there, in a way?
Of course. Nobody wants to hear the real truth. They're horrified of it. They'd rather go with bullshit. It's easier.
And
like for the real truth that, and I'm glad that they did set up all these guidelines so that we only are allowed to speak the truth. And the truth is that Biden got 81 million votes by winning 36 counties. And that is just incredible. It really, really is. And that of these 81 million supporters who gave him more votes than any president has ever gotten before. He came with a mandate from these 81 million voters. And, I'm just glad that they were very careful to make sure that nobody could detract from that proven truth. You know what I mean?
Like, what do you mean? Like that nobody...
That they mandated that was the truth and that nobody could say, well, what about no?
Oh, it was made a mandate.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like all the words they continuously try to twist, right? All the meanings to all the words. All of them. All of them. Like, it might sound good, but it's, they're trying to make certain words sound like, oh, this is a more inclusive way of saying this, or we're going to change the meaning, to cover everything. It's like, but you're dictating the meaning for me. You're not letting me, the individual, choose the meaning of those words. And then we just have to adopt it. Again, like a bunch of sheeple.
Mm-hmm.
So the government made it a mandate?
Yeah, because, YouTube did, and so did all the social...
so you can't even speak on that in those platforms.
No, you can't say,
that it wasn't.
You can't say that, like,
the
there
election was rigged.
Right. That's all a lie. The election was not rigged. 36 counties can give you 81 million votes.
Right.
That's a fact.
So it wasn't rigged.
Of course not.
Yeah.
36 counties have 81 million people in them.
Yeah.
That's the truth. And don't you dare say anything against it, or you'll be off YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and all the other ones, because we have, there's such a thing as...
I'm letting this play because remember, just recently, YouTube was like, now you can talk about the election. Okay.
The truth and facts, and we have to stick to it. And,
it's scary.
And that is the truth. And nobody died in the Holocaust either.
No.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
It should happen. 6 million Jews should die right now because they cause all the problems in the world, but it never happened. But it never happened.
Yeah.
Mandated.
Well, because you're part Jewish, right? Part of your family's Jewish?
I'm all Jewish.
You're all Jewish.
100%.
And a lot of Hollywood is Jewish. Yeah. It's like a lot of Hollywood is a Jewish business, really. Well, they started Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right. But so was it weird
just like rap? Black people started rap.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't go over there and try to get in rap and go, all these black people, go on Saturday Night Live like Dave Chappelle. I'm just saying a lot of black people are in control of rap.
Right.
Hello. Well, you went.
I mean, the fact that she's serious as shit, right? And she's totally like, right? Like the sarcasm. Oh, girl.
Went there. You try to get in show business. Of course it's Jewish. But, and people should be glad that it's Jewish too, because if Jews were not controlling Hollywood, all you'd have was fucking fishing shows.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Do you see what I'm saying? All right, Roseanne. Of course, there's so much more. And like I said, she was trending on Twitter, as you can see. I think that she's still... Oh, wow. Oh, when I refresh the page, whatever. They keep changing it. But regardless, well, moving on, talking about truth and not wanting to have information out, I ran across this feed from this guy, Dom Lucre, or Lucre. That's how you say it. Breaking Narratives. I've been following him. I do like his stuff. And when I have time, I actually dig to see, like, is he really posting like stuff that's like legit? And yeah, so this was like, he goes, mini thread, proof that the Democratic colleges and schools are right about every Black American coming from Africa. Please retweet this thread. Black people need, in caps, to see all of this, right? So I started following the thread. Not that I want to get into it, because it's actually, I was surprised. There was a lot of info. So like in this, the 1924 Racial Integrity Act reclassified all 9 non-white races as Black. This includes Native Americans. Why? It was to hide the lies of the slave trade and Africa's involvement. Mixed kids were called mulatto prior. And that's the way I was raised. I was given this certain history that apparently they do not give in the U.S. And of course, we're talking general, or at least public schools. So it was very interesting to read this article. I mean, this law. But then, I really like how he's mixing it up. Like starting in 1990, the media in Hollywood used propaganda and celebrities like Queen Lateria, I guess, because it's clearly Queen Latifah, but like, you know what I mean. I don't know why he wrote it that way. Again, some things I'm just like, what? But okay. To convince all Black Americans that they came from Africa. If Black Americans thought they came from America, they would take pride in their country instead of trying to break from it. Our chains are of the mind. You know me, right? It's all mind over matter. And of course, if the history suppressed or history's thwarted with, and I think he writes it down where who hasn't already heard at this point that history's been written by the victors. Doesn't mean they're the good people, right? So here he's like, every Black person I know has a grandmother that said she has Native American roots and can name the tribe. And I'm thinking every Black friend I have, they all say that. In America, if we were all from Africa, why can't our grandparents recall of our African tribes? Before you argue, research, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm liking the way he's presenting it. The reason the oldest Negro town in America is named Pocahontas is the same reason the same reason white liberals control the colleges to keep the information from us. It all started with control of information in tribes. Man, I'm telling you, like that's why like we can't have a cohesive society when everybody has a different information or whatever their belief systems are. Even if we have different religions, but we respect each other's religion. But now it's about, no, like you can't even be my neighbor. This is not about your religion. The new norm, in quote, woke, is a religion, and you must partake in it. And everybody at this point should know that all those corporations that are behind it and supporting it is because they want to take away everything they already took so much from us, and they're going to keep going because that's what power does. It's like, oh, I don't have enough power. I could use some more power. I don't have enough trillions. I can use a couple more. Okay. It's really that simple. I mean, obviously they got to be psychopaths, but you feel me. 1440 North America, ask yourself, why did every map of America vanish? Why isn't it taught in our history books? Why do Freemason Shriners wear the hat of the Moors? You don't want to know what I know. Why did Egypt have 32 dynasties and Freemasons have 33 degrees? And, as you can see, there's some pictures here. So I didn't want to get into it, but it's funny because, again, the truth matters. And the fact that if you're trying to rewrite history or you only have part of it and you think, well, here's the thing, because I actually lived in the ghetto for a minute. And I'm just getting to the bolts, the nuts of it all. And, it's like, when you're lazy and you don't work out or you gain weight or something like that. And the more you do that, the more you don't want to do anything else. And then once you start eating healthy, that automatically makes you want to work out or be more active. When I was in the hood and I treat everyone the same, no matter who you are. And I was really loved in my neighborhood, big time. They actually, I was shocked how much they looked after me. And all because I treated them with love and respect. And, but I saw like generation after generation, I wasn't there for generations, but I would meet the mom and the grandmother and then the kids and the grandkids, all in my, 2-block radius of my apartment right here in Center City, Philadelphia. And, when you are told something and everyone believes it around you and it's repeated over and over again, and they just feel defeated. And it's like, look, we got a little welfare. We got this, that. That's fine. We've never had anything else. And, we feel like, what's the point? I'm already told that because of the color of my skin, that I'm not going to get a chance or, that I'm going to be treated, unequal or abused, right? Harassed, all kinds of stuff, or bullied. But what's funny is that when I would approach them and they would, ask me for advice or questions and insight, and I would say, well, what if I trained you for this job? They're like, nah, fuck that. I don't want to work. Some of them said that. Others said to me, yeah, I would love that. I'm like, really? Is that a possibility? Is that for real? And these are adults. And the way they would react and their eyes would light up, it's like, nah, You're kidding me, because I want to work. They would say, I do. And I don't want to live this shitty life. I don't want to live in this shitty neighborhood and this and that and that. And I said, okay, well, here's a job. Here's a few jobs I have for you. Here's what you have to do. I'll train you. And as soon as I started telling them the amount of work it was going to take them, and even if I told them they would make more money and they would be happier, you know, there's an old Spanish saying that it says, what you're used to is stronger than love. So say a married couple's together and they don't love each other, and say one of them has an affair or has, a mistress or whatever, right? The women specifically, and these are real women I spoke to, especially like the Mediterranean countries that I lived in, where they're like, well, I have kids with this person and they're paying for the bills, or at least half of them, it's my support, my network. Regardless, he or she's not going to leave me, because we've been together for 20, 30 years. And what is more powerful than love or being infatuated or in love or into somebody is what you're used to. See if you can get me with that. But anyway, I mean, this is interesting, right? Because again, here it goes. In 1832, Professor Constantine Samuel Rafinesque, I think, wrote Primitive Black Nations of America, that detailed how Negroes actually are native to America, and that there was a plot to remove their identity. So he puts the links to the original source. I think good job. I actually did blow this up and read it, but I invite you guys to read it, because here's Marlon Brando. Did you guys, anybody ever remember that when he didn't want to get an Oscar and he had his girlfriend at the time was a Native American Indian woman? Or I think, from what I remember, I think in the end, I don't know if she was acting too and she was fake. Okay, I could be wrong, but I know there was something weirder than just, hey, I'm going to protest, right? And bring a voice to the Native American Indians that have been, God, what? There's so many words to explain what the hell happened to them, right? But and for those of you who don't know, my father's an American, or was. He passed away a few years ago, and I have Native American blood in me. Not a lot, but I have. But that's another story for another day. So there is a limitless proof that the original Native Americans were Black. I'm Apache, and I'm only here to make you think. If history is controlled by the victors, why would the losers' truth be preserved? Exactly. Liberals own college media and entertainment. Why do they hide this, right? Well,
knew nothing about the American Indian, and that everything we are taught about the American Indian is wrong. It's inaccurate. And our school books are hopelessly lacking, perhaps criminally lacking, in revealing what our relationship was with the Indian.
I'm tired. I'm really, really tired of the manipulation.
Also, what we've learned about the Indians has been largely taught to us by Hollywood and by motion pictures. They have educated us. Indians have been tragically misrepresented in films and in our history books, in our attitudes, in our reporting. So we must set about to re-educate ourselves.
They manipulate our history books. The history books are not true. It's a lie. That's right, my fault. The history books are lying. You need to know that. You must know that.
When third
right?
world
Who doesn't
countries
remember
are
that clip?
misrepresented, they're likely to be valueless. When Mercator maps exaggerate the importance of Western civilization, when the top of the map is given to the Northern Hemisphere, and the bottom
As you
is
can
given
see,
to the
this is
Southern,
17 minutes long, this
then
video.
people will tend to adopt top and bottom attitudes.
When we hear, as we've heard throughout all our lives, no matter how old we are, that we are a country that stands for freedom, for rightness, for justice, for everyone, it simply doesn't apply to those who are not white. It just simply doesn't apply. And we were the most rapacious, aggressive, destructive, torturing, monstrous people who swept from one coast to the other, murdering and causing mayhem.
I'm not agreeing with everything Marlon Brando says, just FYI.
Among the Indians. When we say, especially, that we are going to keep our treaties and that we do keep our word and that we, above all people, do keep our word, I think it's important to mention that there have been nearly 400 treaties written by the United States in good faith with the Indians, and every single one of them was abrogated. Means broken or changed or altered.
Well, what's happening today in America, honey?
Now, in this particular segment, I will be covering many details that is, of course, very essential to all Americans.
I think it was very interesting. I invite you guys to look up this thread and read it. Get back to me. Let me know your thoughts. But again, talking about, because it is also Pride Month, I thought this was an interesting clip, and I've never heard of this person. So I was like, oh, let me see. Let's check this out. Who's this? Check this out.
Let's continue this conversation with conservative Ryan Woods, who is much better known within the conservative circles as drag queen personality Lady Maga. All right, Ryan Woods, aka Lady Maga.
No clue, never heard of it.
Coming on today, and look, I got to know some of your views on a lot of these things, and you know what? I'm with your point of view. Share it with us.
Well, first of all, the pride flag for me is the American flag. And here in Salt Lake City, unfortunately, they are flying more pride flags than they are American flags. And
that was positive.
What it comes down to is the modern alphabet agenda, the modern pride movement, all of that. It is all focused on children because they needed a new victim narrative.
Totally makes sense.
Western civilization had moved on from your gay neighbor. Nobody cared if there's lesbians living next door with their Subaru Outback living their life. And now they do again. But really, they've created a new, very lucrative and very politically advantageous victim narrative, because the left always likes to present themselves as the saviors of the downtrodden, as the saviors of minorities. And the victim narrative just wasn't there anymore for old-fashioned, I call us the original gays, like the old-fashioned ones. We like to dress up.
Right. The
OGs. Don't need to be in
OGs.
your library, okay? So I was wondering if you join me for a little ribbon cutting ceremony here. We have LGBTQIA+. Nobody knows what Q means. Nobody knows what the plus means. But I do know that I'm just a good old-fashioned gay guy. And so there are millions across the globe. I got followers in Spain, Sweden, Japan. There are millions of common sense gay people who are like, y'all are ruining it again. You guys
That's
are,
right, dude. Yeah, exactly.
And
That's
so
what I've
we're
been
stepping
saying.
away from this radical trans children movement, because every conversation, if you look at the powerful organizations like the Human Rights Campaign, Democrat Party, pride centers across this country, the entire focus is trans children. And if you disagree that a 13-year-old girl is not responsible enough to understand the ramifications of a double mastectomy, then you are labeled transphobic. And it's so scary, because one of the reasons I'm so passionate about this, obviously I love dress up.
Well,
always love
Ryan Woods, you are making quite a bit of sense. So I appreciate you coming on today. Also known as Lady Maga. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yo. Okay. So I haven't watched this clip, but I really liked. So moving on to men and dating and Men's Mental Health Month. So the title of this, I was like, okay, hold on. It's as interesting. It says she got upset after knowing how men think. I go, oh man, this better be good. And if it's not, I'm going to say it. So let's see. For the, betterment of men, let's see if this helps the cause. Okay. Let's play this. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Okie dokie. Let's see.
I think that we should all just definitely respect each other's opinions and respect each other's preferences. Like, we can all think differently and we can all have different preferences, and that's okay. But we don't need to.
Don't we fucking figure that shit out when we're 12 at least? I mean, come on.
Be like mean about it. You know what I mean? Like, We just don't.
Was it the town bicycle?
It's so
comment?
No, that
funny.
wasn't what it was. It was just like, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I think that like
What did we say
can
that
all
was
have
mean?
we can just all have different preferences and we can all like different things, and that's okay. And that's what I said from the beginning.
I am curious though. What did we say that was mean?
What?
I feel like we don't need to like fully get into it. It'll be a whole thing, but it's just like, you know, once you guys get into this thing and you say town bicycle and you guys all kind of agree and you guys all agree with each other. Like that's good though. Like that's fine. You guys are friends, you agree. You guys can talk about that, and I agree with a lot of my friends too. But like when we're having a discussion like this, when we're going back and forth, like we need to like give everybody a chance to, you know, not be judged and not be seen and looked down on.
I'm not sure. Were we judging?
I probably was. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Well, I think
I don't mean to look down on you. I didn't mean.
No,
I
it's
hope
fine.
I
It
didn't
doesn't bother me. We're having a conversation where a lot of people can see a lot
Yeah.
of people are viewing it, so I'm gonna voice my reaction.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the body count thing, as
It's
far
just
as
like it's so funny that you guys are so stuck on this to me.
It's not just us. It's like all dudes.
Well,
It's really not.
all
Like I
dudes.
promise you, it's really not all
Brandon.
dudes. It's not. None of my guy
Okay.
friends care.
Most
None
of my
guy
guy
care.
friends definitely care.
Yeah,
No.
but we have very different friends. I
That's
think me
true.
and you both know that.
That's true.
I think
That's true.
me and you both know that.
That's true.
most
Yeah.
most guys are not gonna. Most guys can't be honest though.
No, they can't.
About
My
their
friends, my guy
preferences.
friends are so on it. Like I have so many friends that are guys.
Okay, well, when he says they can't be honest, I mean, it's because, okay, if I'm honest, then I'm not going to get a chance with this girl. But also, what this guy's saying is that he feels that way. Is he not? Does he really speak for all men? Just
Can't
saying.
be honest though.
No, they can't.
About
My
their
friends, my guy
preferences.
friends are so on it. Like I have so many friends that are guys that are
Please,
just,
can you have them come on to the next show?
absolutely
Because
absolutely.
to me, it boggles my mind that a
Yeah.
guy would be like, "Gee, I really want a girl that 100 got like."
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna bring.
They're-
So they're still talking about body count. That's the big thing these days.
Yeah.
Okay, with the youngins.
Don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They don't care. I'm gonna bring them on.
Then they've
And they're super attractive, super great guys.
slave
super
mind.
fun.
slave mind. I mean, they've
Slave
had the
mind.
programming injected
No, they're
into their head.
they're just like
They-
thinking about other things. They're past that. They're beyond that train of thought. Like they're thinking about women in a different way.
Okay, wait. Did the part that she gets upset or somebody gets upset didn't start yet? What do you
Hey.
think?
How many? Let me ask you a question. How many of these dudes would make good husbands?
All of them.
I doubt that.
I promise you.
I doubt that.
Shots fired.
Yeah, 100%. Mathematically, no.
You.
Shots fired.
I doubt it.
Not all women make good wives, especially when they're young, especially if it's your first rodeo.
They would. I love them all.
So, anyways,
Well, it's just like
I promise you they would. Like they're my best friends. Like I have a really solid group of friends that we all like have talked about all this stuff, and like
but
they would
guys,
be great husbands. Like they would.
guys can't.
Because you've been married and you know so much what a husband can mean, what it means to be a husband. Can please tell me she's going to give us some details of what makes a good husband and how she knows?
And
Cheat on
be-
their wives, would be committed.
No, they see women past that. They see me and they don't think of me as just like a woman with a high body count. They
Yeah,
think
but they're
of
your
me
friends,
as a
right?
I
friend.
don't think.
Yeah,
of
but
you-
they're your
I don't think.
friends.
I just
Yeah, they're
want to
my
clarify.
friends. They
But-
think of me and they think of me like they think of their guy friend. Like they are.
Yeah, but
They see me as.
Of course they're going to say that they're your friend, right? But either way, even if the guy's pretending to be your friend, wants to get laid and say you eventually sleep with them, or, you know, how sometimes friends, you know, are hookups, do each other a favor kind of a thing, you know, friends with benefits, all kinds of stuff, right? But once you're with that person and they know your history and you're saying, let's say your number is, you know, you said a lot, but let's say it's, I don't know, let's give it a number 100, right? You don't think a first fight, second fight, third fight, that shit's not going to be thrown in your face? Because that's human nature.
As an equal. They don't see me as somebody that should have a low
But
body
are you
count.
saying when they're
They don't see me as someone that should have a low body count. But you're not even dating. You're saying friends.
when they're pursuing a romantic partner, they have communicated to you
Yeah.
that they do not
They
care.
don't care.
They've communicated that
Yes.
overtly.
Yes.
They've said, I don't care if she's slept with 300 men.
No, we've spoken about this before. They don't.
I
don't
mean,
care.
I think they're lying.
Cap.
I don't.
There's no way.
Total cap.
There's
I just
no
don't.
fucking
I just
no
don't think
god.
so.
Total.
Well, no, I'm sure there's guys that are desperate, just like there's women that are desperate. I'm sure there's men that don't care, boys, young men, whatever. They don't care. Hey, they're gonna get some. Nowadays, especially the younger ones are starved to death. You have the younger ones on the video games starved to death. They've grown up with cell phones. It's a whole different species at this point. And then you have, older males, at least 35 and up that are doing internet dating. And that becomes an issue. Let me tell you, I can't tell you. Well, I can. But the many times I help people understand that if you're going to do internet dating, there's a protocol to this. Like in order for it to work, or if not, it's going to drain you, drain your pockets, drain your energy, disappointment after disappointment, because it's a horrible way to meet people. It is. And the chances are you're just going to go through it. See, back in the day, if you would go out to a social event, whether it's church or any kind of social setting, a wedding, whatever, or your friend's house, and you meet somebody, I mean, that's tasking already. Oh, you get to know them, or you exchange names and number, and then you go on a date. And then, whether they're into you, they're not, they call you back, they don't call you back. But on the internet, you're doing like triple the amount. We're not built for that. And the choices that we make, the chances that we make the right decisions, it's just not there for various reasons. And we'll get into it some other time, or maybe later.
Okay.
So if a woman had slept with 1,000 men,
I'm sure
they
that
wouldn't care.
There's a fucking limit. Like there's
so
obviously.
So yeah, who sets the limit? Who sets the limit?
But we've never talked about a limit because we're not like, oh my God, that's so crazy. We're like, oh, I don't really care about that.
A
That's
lot
just
of men,
a thing
they're
that
gonna
comes
argue
up
and
and we
just not
say,
go with
I don't really care.
I mean, I understand how women don't want the hypocrisy, right? Like a guy can go sleep around and he's a guy, right? That's the old school way. And the girls should be able to do the same. But the difference is that women can't really handle it. I'm telling you, I've met so many, and they're like, no, I learned from my brother, you know what I mean? Like, it's no problem. It's just that, we're hooking up and it's that. It never works. And the men, well, people will say to me, whenever I'm dating someone or, any relationship I've had, they're like, oh, man, what do you got? What are you doing to these guys? They're like totally into you and this and that. Like, oh man, is there something, down there that's like made of gold or something like that? And I'm just being nice about it. And I go, no. It's because I communicate and I show my feelings. Nowadays, all the women that are coming to me are like, oh, should I text them? Should I say this? They try to pretend they're cool when they're really not. They don't want to sound needy. You see what I'm saying? And so then the men are also like, should I tell her? Should I not? Should I, like he said, oh, like men can't really be themselves. And it's like, who said this shit? Like everybody needs to stop being insecure. Period. Put your ass out there and learn. Everyone thinks they know everything. And don't get me wrong, that's clearly in the 20s. But even people that get older, especially men nowadays, 35, 40 and up, especially if they're divorced, they're burned out. They feel disillusioned, all kinds of stuff. But it's a mutual event. So no one's the victim. It's mutual. If you tell somebody how you feel or what you want or don't want, and they don't respond, you get out. You can't say all women are that way because of this woman or my wife or whatever didn't listen to me, and vice versa for men, right? The husband. It's at the end of the day, it's like, oh, I want this. Oh, but no, everyone's on their phones, guys, ladies and gentlemen, all of them.
Care about that. And then we move on to another subject because we don't really care.
But maybe
you know what I mean?
Maybe they're
so it
saying,
doesn't go past that.
But
the conversation doesn't go past that. We say we don't care and we move on.
I hear you.
But maybe they're saying that to
Is this title incorrect? She got upset after knowing how men think. I don't think she's upset.
They're not.
Most men will disagree with women.
Ian
Clasper
Clasper said,
okay, they're not trying to impress me. They're my friends. Like, you
I'll
guys can
impress you,
think
but it doesn't
whatever
agree
you
with
want.
you.
Like,
Most men are not going to disagree.
You know what? That right there, that commercial for me is like, let's move it along to just Pearly things over here. So that was whatever, just a little clip. Again, I can dissect all of these conversations. It's almost like they're just doing it for the sake of having a podcast, in my opinion. Like, just to, let's just talk about it, and let's just go back and forth. And then I think they're just, and then at the end of the day, they're all fake. and they're all full of shit. And they're all crying behind closed doors. I'm not kidding you. This is what I really see. This is what I really see. I see it. So if anybody watching these shows thinks they're getting anything but entertainment, let me tell you, you best reconsider. So here's a little clip. And again, it's just Pearly girl thing. Like, well, come on, girl. A woman not in a relationship, but yet 1 million followers. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Sorry, like you cannot. It takes two to tango.
This was an emergency meeting about Andrew Tate. I kind of saw a little bit of it, but I'm like, all right. I'm like, do I really want to share this and that? Do I really want to get into the Andrew Tate thing right now? And then I bumped into this classic, what I've heard her say many times. And I was like, all right. Here we go.
Oh, I will not deal with this like narrative that it's only him that's toxic. You're probably doing toxic shit.
She just got toxic right here.
Well, because
hold on, so so there was a moment here, and I actually is this girl sitting right here.
This is haram.
No, she's changed. She's changed now. She's changed.
Accountability stage is started.
What's here?
I haven't changed right now, but I'm on the journey to.
I'll
So
text
I
you,
am
Pearl.
actually on the journey of
I'm just Hani,
becoming
Hani.
more modest and more religious, but it's a journey. It's not easy in the society.
Okay, wait. What is?
If I grew up back home in Somalia,
Honey, hold on.
Okay, thank you. Put in the Instagram.
You put yourself into this, Let's listen. Hold on. You put yourself into this, Okay.
why did I speak?
Guys, I gotta talk to her.
Trying to get the. Okay, go ahead.
I am JUSTHANI. And then, Your Honor, the evidence I'd like to present to the court is picture number 5 from the top.
Hold on a second.
Of course, that's why I'm on social media. I already know that people are gonna say this, that, and that about me. So it's okay. It's cool.
No, where's my best actor award, Jay? Because I need to hand that over real quick.
Basically did because
That's
you said that contradicted.
I know. I didn't say it was that part.
That's the most aggressive virgin I've ever met.
Some things are not aligned.
Okay, I've warned you. I told.
All right,
No,
let's
no,
check this out. Like, who does
You
this?
remember the conversation?
This is not the way you handle the
Some things
situation.
are not aligning.
You know, this happens to
That's
me
not
all the
respectful, 'cause I wasn't even talking about myself in that
Okay,
situation.
I've warned you. I told you I'm going to ask you questions in a second.
Okay, go on.
No, I need you. I've warned you. You got to go.
All right, that's fine. I'll just go because this is just feeling a bit like too much.
How
of a
can somebody
attack
like this
for no
person? She
reason.
doesn't seem like a nice person to
I
me.
didn't
I
come
don't
here
care how
for
much
this.
this girl
Okay, that's
interrupted or
fine.
whatever.
Just
It's like, just look at her facial expressions. Like, ew.
It's fine. I'll go. Respectfully.
Look at this guy's face.
Joel comes to next
Looking
to you.
straight into the camera.
Please.
He's like modern
I need a
day
hug
guy,
now.
which I got a lot to say about this.
I know,
First
that's what they're saying. They're
okay,
like, why-
some good advice. And then I'm like, I do some research on him. I watch him a little bit. I'm like, oh no, man. Everybody thinks they have the fucking answers. Yet, show me. Don't tell me. Show me. Like that guy. And all these people are following, like Andrew Tate and his little hustler university. I'm like, oh God.
Why'd you bring it up? It's like, what did she think? Okay.
We're gonna get it to the.
No, you know what's funny though?
I'm not disclosing anything. That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what's funny though? This happens to me all the time on the show. This happens to me all the time where like someone will say something, but I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it in real time.
No, and it's like, yeah. So I know what you mean.
I'm sorry, but who can listen to this? Who can listen to this person talk and think that she's an authority with 1.5 million fucking followers, or almost 2 million at this point? I don't know. I really didn't look. I don't even know what that meant. And it's not about talking bad. It's, I've looked her up. She's single. Like, she doesn't have, but it's okay. She has a right to have an opinion. I think that's great. But I think there should be, a disclaimer. Hey, we're just having a conversation for all entertainment purposes. Now, get this. So here's a clip where these guys, Abba and Preach, I love them, but I really don't have time to watch them. But because of this girl, I kind of like the way they did this intro. Check this out. They crack me up. Wait. Like, wait. And they tag just Pearly things. I'm like, okay.
Apparently, if
Not
I want results
exposed.
in
I'm
life,
like,
I have
okay,
to
finally.
start talking to boys. Yeah, wife me up if you're in the London area. I've noticed a lot of therapists
Wife
are
me
like
up.
older single women, and I'm kind of like, if you can't maintain a relationship,
That's
why
a
would
clip that I do remember watching of her, and that's what really triggered me as far as like, what are you talking about, girl? So that's the thing. She's talking like facts that are not facts. And I don't get it. Like, okay, all right, watch.
Would I take advice from you?
Why would I take advice from a therapist who's single?
Women, and I'm kind of like, if you can't maintain a relationship, why would I take advice from you?
Well, how do you even know? Like, can you be more specific? Like, okay.
Listen, just lonely things over here. Okay. Okay, without her man.
See, I think they're being nice about it too. Using love and humor, baby.
Okay.
People think I'm encouraging cheating. No. Like, I think if a woman
exactly, and here's the clip.
She's trying to leave you. If a man cheats,
yes.
He's just like it's like a handshake.
You see that? If a woman leaves you, if a woman's cheating on you, it's because she wants to leave you. If a guy cheats on you, it's like a handshake. So it's funny how I've had people come at me in the comments about like, you're just one of those other channels that pretend to be on men's side. It's like, could you do some research, please? Can you please? Although this is just a show for fun, love, and humor, entertainment purposes only. Okay, this is not my only job, but it's the place where I'm having fun, sharing what I already have within me, right? My experiences, my perspective. Hello, unleashing the power of perspective, one video reaction at a time, right? So that's it. Okay. But I do love those comments. But when they're coming at me like, oh, you're just pretending. It's like, what are you talking about? Take some time to watch my videos. Take some time to do some research on me. I'm consistent. If anything, I'm consistent. But this one, what? Men just do it. She doesn't even know what she's talking about. She's never even had a boyfriend. Yeah. We had like one guy that she dated that was apparently homeless. I mean, don't even get me started. And it's not talking bad about her. It's what is going on? And if this is supposed to be one of the greatest channel for the manosphere, and then if I'm being compared to people like this, oh no, honey, no.
Women act like this is the most unforgivable thing, that he is the ultimate bad guy, the ultimate demon if he does this.
See, she's just saying this to get guys to like her because they don't like her. And she can't get laid to save her life. And I'm using humor, okay? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Don't get your, little panties in a bunch. No. I'm all about, if you can do it, I can do it, if that's how you want to play. But I already know, like, why would I waste my time? If I'm really interested in cheating, I wouldn't even be with you. I just stay single and fuck around.
I'm sorry. Sometimes you contributed to it. And women take no accountability for that. And that he wants to go to the bar with.
Again, all women. Women they need to take accountability for that. It's like, don't you have a coach or a manager or somebody that can like kind of guide you? Apparently, she does have people when she's on interviews telling her what to say in her ear or even texting on the phone. That's a fact. So it's like, oh my God.
Buddies, because you make that shit a hellhole because you are so unpleasant to be around.
And all the guys are not unpleasant. I'm just saying, there's clearly got to be some guys that are unpleasant, just like there's women that are not unpleasant. Look at her.
And men getting hard. So if they do,
like, she sounds like a 14-year-old.
What's hard, it's valued. If we do what's easy, it's not.
I am so enlightened by Pearl teaching us how being a man will magically eliminate all of the consequences of cheating. Like breaking your trust with your partner by lying to them, getting another woman pregnant that you now have to support, humiliating your wife, causing family dysfunction, and bringing home disease.
If a man cheats, yes. It's like a handshake.
That is one hell of a handshake, Pearl. Employment promiscuity is a great way to help create the single moms that her podcast actively speaks out against.
Their mating strategy is they don't want to pass on resources to another man's kid. Like that's why they're repulsed by hoes. That's why they're repulsed by like other people's children.
You're probably wondering by now, where is Pearl's ring? Well, I'm here to inform you that Pearl is single and unmarried at 26 years old.
And the reason I decided to go to therapy is because in the next
5 to 7 years. Ideally, you know, some things are out of your control, but ideally, I'd like to be married.
I'm gonna end it right there. Obviously, it's a long clip, but you know, so Brittany exposed her. Now these guys exposed her, and it's not about exposing. I'm not trying to, you know, it's not about that. Let me make it very clear. Let me make it very clear. It's about how it's a real victim consciousness across the board. Men, women of all ages. Now, the younger ones, the ones that grew up with a cell phone, they are I pray for them because they're trying desperately in a way to win, to get laid, to date somebody, to marry, and they have all these, there's too much information, too much distraction, too much information, and not any real communication. So there's no way it's going to work. So I'm telling you, if I could, in a nutshell, the way everybody looks like right now, for me, the younger ones, it's like they're all like chickens with their heads cut off. Anyway, they're going to be fine. They're going to figure it out. But when they're out there, I mean, I get it. Especially when you're younger and say that girl, like just Pearly Things or like the whatever podcast or even Fresh and Fit. When they look your age, somebody you think you can relate to more, you're thinking, hey, they're really talking about things that really are happening in my world. Like, again, I keep hearing it over and over again about body count. And so you're not nipping it in the bud. It's just the argument is, you know, does it matter that women have a high body count or not? And is it the same as men? Can men sleep with 100 women? That's okay. And women not? Or can they both do it? Where are we going with this? Like, if I looked at that girl, I'm like, okay, what, if I was at the whatever podcast, I'd be like, okay, what's the purpose of this conversation? It's like a battle between men and women. Like, you know, like who's going to get to sit at the kiddie table on Thanksgiving or who's not going to have to sit at the kiddie table on Thanksgiving. It's literally this shit. No personal development. No, like, where do I want to be in 5 years? You know, do I want to be married? What kind of guy do I want? And believe me, I go through this all the time. When I ask people, what do you want? You know, they usually say money, not just women, men. Like the men want the looks is what I usually get. All ages. Doesn't matter what male comes to me with, you know, whether it's dating or relationship, you know, issues, or they want to get better or have a better round, or maybe they can't even find anybody. And, you know, they're like, how do I do this? You know, what am I doing wrong? Self-reflecting helps, but it definitely helps to have somebody see it because we don't always see ourselves the way everybody else sees us. So it is good to have somebody that you can really trust, that has a good eye, cares about you really, and has the balls, you know, to tell you the truth, whether, you know, you like it or not. Like whenever I talk to, whether it's my clients or my friends, I always tell them the good, but I'll also say, hey, you're not perfect. Like you do some really annoying stuff, but you have other things that I love about you, and I can deal with it. It's doable. But people don't want to say that. Either they're attacking, or they're pointing the finger, or they're faking it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, don't even get me started because I got a story. And I'm actually writing a book about it. Oh, it's super fresh. But actually, I'm going to wait for another live stream because I have another, there's something unfolding as we're speaking. So I'm going to have a better full story from beginning to end, hopefully by next week. And I'm writing it all down for the book. I even got the name for the book and everything. But yeah. Anyway, if you haven't smashed that like button, smash that like button. Give some girls some love. And I thank you. I thank you guys for being here, for listening, for liking. All right, let's talk about, I'm going to have to take a break. But before I take a break, let's talk about these commercials. Become a Locals member. Help me out, guys. Help me get help and hire more people to make better lives and less annoying with these commercials. All right, so I had a request. These are 2 requests. And I think, hold on, let me double check. Because one of the requests, I actually even put a post, right, for you guys to vote. And let me see, because I forget the name of the song, but the artist is Morissette. Oh yeah, it was Rise Up. So here. Either I take a break and I just decide and come back and surprise you guys and let's go with it. Or you help me out and you vote in the comments, in the live chat right now. So here it is. I know. I was going to surprise. Should I just surprise you? Oh, man. Don't know what to do. All right. So this was requested and I really was like, oh, I would love to hear this. I have no clue who this artist is. Can you guys see my screen? Oh, sorry. So this one artist is Metal. It's a metal singer, performs Amazing Grace. First of all, it's one of my all-time favorite songs ever. And I'm like, and I don't even know who this guy is, Dan Vasc. So I was like really curious. So I have no idea who it is. It would definitely be a first-time reaction. And you guys know me. For those who don't know, I do timestamps later. The first reaction, I interrupt as needed, pause, whatever, and then I play from the top all the way. I'll probably repeat that again as I come back from a quick break. But then the other one was Unholy. Let's make sure you guys can see this. Unholy by Gigi Vibes. And I'm like, well, that I got my attention too. And so yeah, and then Morissette, I've been getting a lot of requests over and over again, but I don't know if I picked the right song. Or maybe people missed the vote part. Because I keep getting more Morissette, but they're not telling me what song. And again, for those of you who don't know, please look in the description below if you want me to not miss your song request. There's certain ways to make sure that I find them, okay? But yeah, so I did the Never Enough one, right? But yeah, Rise Up. And then I'm like, but then there was like the love song one. I'm like, should I do the Rise Up with that I already put in the vote? Because I was like, that secret love song or something kind of got my attention. I don't know. Anyway, is this the next one? This Rise Up? Hold on. Just want to make sure I'm not covering somebody else's cover. Huh. Yeah, I guess she goes on this radio show a lot. Did I even spell her name right? Oh, yeah. That 2 S's. Maybe that'll be helpful. I don't know if this is the one. Let me see. You know what? Maybe I can just... Let me know, guys. Let me know in the live chat. I got 5 minutes or so. I'll be right back. And I'm doing one. I mean, they're all calling my attention. And I'm going to do them all. But which one am I going to do today? Look at this hair. Look at this hair. That's the question. All right, guys. Sean Henry, boo. What do you mean, boo? Boo what? What are you guys talking about? Irish sausages. Wait, Z3 Music Official. Men watching just Pearly things for men's advice is kind of like me writing a book called The Third Trimester. And what to expect. I'm sorry, but I said what I said. You know what? I appreciate what you said, that you said what you said, that you said. So, you said Morissette's Rise Up is awesome. Okay. Now, which version though? I don't know where, because I'm like, where's her channel? Maybe, let me see. I thought she has a channel, right? Granted, I mean, the last one I did from that radio station, Wish. Where's her channel? Give me a second. You guys seeing what I'm seeing? Here's her channel. Okay. But I mean, doesn't mean that I have to do, like, if that's the best version of the Rise Up. Let's see. Let me go like this. Popular. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like I do want to listen to Rise Up. I'm feeling you. So she doesn't even have it on her channel. So yeah, which version? Like who? Guys, let me know if you want. Send me the link in the live chat and I'll click on it. And that's going to be my live reaction. So I'm going to leave you for a few minutes. Take a quick break. Okie dokie. Don't go. Don't turn the dial. And if you do, come right back. I mean, whether you got to get your popcorn or a drink or soda or whatever it is. Because I got to get my energy. I got to shake it up and come back, clear mind and fluffed up. So I will be right back. Like I said, don't turn that dial. And I'll see you in a minute. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Olga S Press Show and this segment of a real, raw, live reaction to Morissette, Amon, Ramon, Rise Up. And like I said, make sure that all your requests, put them in the comments and put, song requests so I don't miss it. But I do try to watch the live chat replay. What's going on here? What's going on here? Why do I look like I'm disheveled? Okay. So here we go. But like I was showing you guys, I don't know which one to pick. Of the YouTube videos. I mean, is this the one? Or do I do this one? Oh, this is her, right? Let me see. This is her channel, right? Commercial. Okay. Well, I hope I picked the right one, or I picked the one you guys. It says Rise Up. Oh, Andra Day. Wait, is it really her? Oh man, I'm nervous. I don't know if this is the one I should do, guys. This one, someone rise up. These are the lyrics. Rise up at the Love Gala celebration. Or the mix rise up. Can somebody give me a shout out in the live chat and let me know? Let me see. Tanya Gray, hello, girl. Yes, I'll put that on the list, Tanya. Burn, Butcher, Burn. Ooh, that sounds like something I want to watch. But, yeah. Oh, man. But I got to do the Morissette. I put it in my mind, and I'm feeling the rise up. Which one? Okay, maybe if I do this one. I've already done one. Because I like that. I think it's like... It has to be this one, right? Let me see if it's this one. That's the radio show. But it doesn't. I don't know, because I like to pick the one that has a really good, HD quality video and audio. So I'm not sure if this is the one. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, but I obviously want the best one. That her Rise Up one. Oh, that's cute. 9-year-old girl surprises singing Rise Up. Okay, America's Got Talent. Okay. Come on. I want the one that she's on the radio show. Is this the one? Does it matter? Oh, these are the lyrics. Best day at Patron. Oh. Just because also for copyright issues, I just don't want to have one person that did another. This is her channel, right? So maybe that's the best one to do. Right? Oh. Thank you guys for your patience. I thought I had it queued up because I put it on the voting and they were voting for this one. And they had requested it. Oh my God, seriously? I think I'm gonna do this guy. This one. Okay. Best day out. All right, real live raw reaction of Rise Up, covered by Morissette Amon.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we go work it out. Move.
Jesus Christ, this girl's voice. Killing me, the chills, the goosebumps.
107.5. We can work it out. Move mountains. I'll rise up. I'll rise, I could say, and I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up.
Oh my God, guys. Could she possibly be better than Celine Dion, the diva herself? Whoa.
And I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up. I like the waves. I'll rise up. In spite of the ache, I'll rise up. And I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you. For you.
It still amazes me that this girl sings without even it doesn't seem like she has to put all this effort. It's just naturally just flowing. Oh yeah, I just wake up and I just sing like this. You know what I'm saying? This girl is crazy. Oh, so beautiful.
The silence isn't quiet. It feels like it's getting hard to breathe. I know you feel like dying, and I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains. We can walk it out. Move.
Both my legs, seriously. It's like I got stubble. Maybe it's a TMI, but it's the truth.
Mountains. And I'll rise up. I'll rise, I could say, and I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up. And I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Oh, first of all, I never heard of the song ever. I don't know if it's a cover song, so I guess it's not her song. Never heard of the song. Loving it. And I think the title, obviously, I'm Rise Up. I mean, that sounds great. Sounds totally me. I'm all about being uplifted and uplifting and all that. But and we already knew, because it's my first time reacting to this song, but now my first time for Morissette. I can't remember now if I've only done one so far of Morissette. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to rewind a little bit. Oof.
And I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you. For you. For you.
She's sitting down doing this, okay? Come on.
For you.
Oh no, girl. Oh,
all we need is hope, and through that we have each other. And for that,
I really love her voice. I really do. And I mean, it's feminine, right? And she's got all that range going in her vocals, and but there's a depth to her. Sounds like a woman, but she looks like a young girl.
And through that we have each other.
Oh yeah.
And for that we have each other.
Got some gospel in there, right? She's got it all.
Oh. We will rise. We will rise. We will rise.
Dude, she's so in it, man. She is so in it as if she has been through it. I don't know anything about her, but I don't think you can sing like that. This song. And it's just acting, just performance. Nah. She's got something behind this in her soul, in her life experience.
Now rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up in spite of the air.
Both my arms now. My God, my entire body. All the way up my neck.
And I'll do it 1,000 times again.
I mean, I could hear this girl in my car, in the shower, like cooking, like, oh Lord. Oh. You're having a bad day, you got your heart broken or something like that, you listen to this song, you're okay. You're gonna be okay.
High like the waves, I rise up. It's part of the ache, and I'm doing it 1,000 times again for you, for you, for you, for you.
On Wish 107.5.
We will rise again and again and again.
Oh, come on. Oh, because even if you can't sing, right? For some of us that can't really sing, I mean, when you are singing, you're like, you think you can sing like this, yeah? Especially when you're feeling it, right? Oh, stop, girl. Stop. She's like, yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was all. Yeah, you're welcome. Whoa, girl. All right. Like I said, excuse me, from the top without interruption. That's the second round. The real live raw reaction over here on the Olga S. Pérez show.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we go work it out.
Wish
Mountain
107.5.
We can work it out. Mountains. I'll rise like the day, and I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again for you, for you, for you, for you. The silence isn't quiet. It feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying. And I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains. We can walk it out. Move mountains. And I'll rise like the day, and I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, again. For you, for you, for you, for you. All we need is hope, and through that we have each other, and for that we have each other. Oh. We will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Oh, we will rise. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day I'm rising, in spite of the ache. And I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Wish 107.
Oh, we will rise again and again and again.
Oh, no, 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 no. That was great. That was awesome. Now I gotta look up the song, see where that song comes from, who's the original. Oh my God. OMG. Oh, I mean, come on. This girl knocks it out of the park every time so far that I've been watching her. And of course, she does have a great, huge fan base. And I see why. That is so incredible. Oh, I could never get tired of this girl. Never. Don't get me wrong. I'm not in the mood to always listen to like real, like, sometimes I like, little raps here and there, and, little country, maybe even some Spanish stuff, flamenco, whatnot. I range. It depends on my mood. But let me tell you, I'm going to play her. I take it to where when I play, Beethoven, Mozart, when I'm in my classical mode, and like, especially, well, it hasn't happened in a while, but I used to never start cleaning the house without playing the Four Seasons, Vivaldi, and they played a lot at weddings, but it's just like dun dun, you know what I mean? Anyway, and I get in this whole thing, I'm in it. She's got that vibe for me. Like I got that vibe for her, or you know what I'm saying? So like if I play her, I've got her on every freaking speaker in my house, and I'm just like, like I want it to wrap around me. Well, anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments. And like I said, if you want your request to happen sooner than later, for sure, check out the description below for all the basically instructions. Thank you for your love and support, and consider right now, today, why not? It's like buying me a coffee. You can buy me a coffee by joining me on Locals. Of course, become a member here. And, I celebrate, especially when you guys become a member during the live. And I'm like, oh, it's a special thing. Hi. Hua Nguyen, is that it? Or can you do Dimash all by myself, Celine Dion? Ooh, I'll put that on the list too. But make sure Hua Nguyen, put that in the comments below after this video, not just in the live chat. And make sure you say song request. Believe me. I'm so grateful for all your comments and stuff, but the more I get and the more I'm like happy about it, but it's getting a little harder to keep track. So yeah, check out the description below. I love you so much. And until next time, much love, many blessings, and I'll talk to you soon.